Counter to start. It's the final day of group action in the Commonwealth Games Cricket T20. That's the place to be. That's the place for Ismail to be. Just where she wants to start. And she begins with a wicket first ball. And tough for Hasini Pereira.
Yeah, another first ball wicket. Shabnim Ismail using this new ball to exception. Edged. Good catch by Jafta. Hasini Pereira goes without scoring. Sri Lanka not for one.
Harsha Derby walks to the crease. It's feeling like an opener now. Harshita now to face. And as we've seen throughout the competition, Sri Lanka have quite a few left-handers. It's not something you see a lot of in the women's game, actually. Generally, you see a lot of right-handers, despite the fact that I'm sitting next to a left-hander at the moment. Now, they're going to go ultra-aggressive. South Africa are going to have an extra slip. They've opened up the gap on the offside to entice the drive. Not a backward point. Cover, middle, big gap. Well, she got the edge, but it's flown down to third.
And this is the reason why she's here. Healthy edge. Good shape away from the left-hander from Ismail.
These two are very close friends. They know each other really well. Vice captain and Ismail, one of South Africa's most successful fast bowlers. Standing quite a way out of her crease. A very different field employed for Atapatu. They have got catches behind square on the offside, but they're well staggered. So you'll see now that the keeper going in next to Chloe Tryon. But they've also got Mr. Gully, which is, haven't they got the third on the boundary just about behind her? They're almost in a line. She's on the money. She's pumped.
Challenging times for Jamari Atapatu. She scored 10 in that first game against England. And scored naught against New Zealand. So she'll be thinking that she needs to stick around. She needs to get a score. This is so unlike her, Jamari Atapatu. She's normally a quick scorer and a big scorer in this T20 format.
I'm just looking at Atapatu against Shabnim Ismail in this format. Ismail has got her once before, but she doesn't strike very high against Ismail. She's only striking at around 87. So Atapatu doesn't score a lot of runs against Ismail, but Ismail doesn't often get her wicket either. Little inside edge, nearly snuck through. It's a good one from Ismail. 1 for 1. Lakshmi De Silva's been excellent through the games. She's shown that she's been informed. She's been striking it nicely as well. Notice as soon as she's come in, it seems like she's got the timing. She looks like she's just in good form. Kavisha Dilhari set to come in next. She's 21 years of age, Kavisha. Now, this is interesting by South Africa. Masabata class into the match today for Ayabonga Khaka, but they've been opening up with spin in Nonkululeko Mlaba. She's been taking the first over. But we won't see Mlaba just yet, which I find interesting because Mlaba's been really successful.
Usually, you'd see Marizanne Kapp and Shabnim Ismail opening the ball, in Marizanne Kapp not featured in this tournament. She just misses out on this tournament due to personal reasons.
Good edge through to the keeper. This is a tough start for Sri Lanka. South Africa will be very happy by the start. They've picked up 2.
Just talking about Marizanne Kapp and Shabnim Ismail, they normally bowl in partnerships. They attack from both ends. This is really good from Masabata class, just a fine edge. And again, Jafta's awareness, a good take behind. Aricha Marav goes for 1 Sri Lanka, 1 for 2.
Too sure what that conversation is about between two Masabata class and Claire Polisak. Too sure what that conversation was about. A little interesting change here by Sri Lanka. Anushka Sanjawani walking to the crease. So they made a change in the batting order already to the one we were expecting. Kavisha Dilhari was set to come in next. Oh, it's a very nervy start by Sri Lanka. I just feel that it needs Atapati to calm things down.
How good was this delivery from Masabata class?
Thank you.
There's been a lot of that already today. South Africa are finding a really good line outside the off stump.
Bowling on a good length. Just getting enough to go away from left-handed batters. Good bounce, good carry.
Advancement. He's taken a couple of steps down. Atapati is trying to put South Africa off this line and length. They've been so good so far.
She seemed to be a straighter delivery. Good movement initially from Atapatu. Just advanced to try and throw the bowler off her line. Get her to do something different.
Bit of extra bounce. Hard length there from class. 3 for 2. So elevated Anushka through the T20s this year. She has been up and down the order. She's batted 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 even. So she has been up and down the order this year in this format. That card shows you there's a lot of discipline from South Africa. No extras yet. They found a good line and length. They've picked up a couple of wickets. And Ismail will bowl a second over. You want your bowlers to start well, don't you? And you want them to hit the line and length. And this is what we've seen from Ismail in the first over.
Yeah, good areas, most important. She knows that it's two left-handers as well. So just getting into that good length, that 4 to 6, 8 meter length. Shabnim and Ismail would always create opportunities and create problems for batters.
It's another beauty from Ismail.
She herself is thinking, how did that miss? How did that get through for Chamariata Patu?
That's come back. She's been pushing it across the left hand, as you were talking about. Just look at the seam position. That seam is what would be an outswinger for a right-hander. Let's come back in. Power. This is what Atapatu can do. Over pitch, and she will punish you.
Probably just trying to do too much in Shabnim Ismail. It's an over pitch delivery, probably trying for a Yorker length. Yeah, that's in the slot. And it will be punished by Chamariata Patu. So just back to what you were mentioning before, Natalie. As a seam bowler, the angle in which you hold that ball seam up, if you face it inward, seam inward, you'd get an in-swinger. If you face it outward, just slightly outward, you'd get that outward movement going to slip. Ismail has done that to perfection so far.
Let's see if she'll give us a little clue. Sometimes bowlers hide it. This looks like it's shaping for the in-swing to the left-hander. That's what she's looking for. Where did it pitch? Jacqueline Williams will have to just go through those questions in her mind. Where did it pitch? It's certainly straightened enough. Looks like they may want to have a look at this.
Third umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've checked the front foot and it is a fair delivery. Can we move to front on, please? Okay, the bat and ball are close together. Can we move to ultra edge, please? Okay, can we take that back, please? And roll through. Okay, I'm looking to see whether the first impact is with the bat or the pad. You can also see that the bat is close to the pad at the bottom of the bat. Can we take that back, please? Okay, roll forward. Okay, thank you. It is inconclusive as to whether it was bat or pad first. So we'll stick with the on-field decision of not out. We'll go back to Jackie on field. Let you know when you're on screen. Stick with your not out decision. Okay, and make your signal now.
So because the on-field decision was not out, and they don't have technology that is going to say, all right, this conclusively has hit the pad first, they'll stay with the on-field decision of not out. It looks like there might have been a little inside edge there. Looks like there was a bit of bat. Hard to tell which was first. There's another question they had to ask anyway, and that's about where it pitched. And Being told that it's actually pitched outside leg anyway. So either way, it's not out. The right decision was made. 7 for 2 after 3.